Hello, welcome to the Armchair Pundits Manchester United post-match review show. And yeah, this is a special one. Well, kind of special. It's an FA Cup exit reaction. So yeah, you heard it. United are out of yet another cup, another opportunity to give the fans some belief, something positive for the fans to look forward to, another away game in the cup or a cup run. But no, been cut short. But before I get into this, I want to ask you, do me a favor, click that subscribe button or follow, share, like, and make sure you comment. We're on X, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So yeah, I'm going to get into this. United, home game, appreciate it's not the Premier League, but it's against a Premier League opposition. So you'd fancy us being up to it, or up for it, should I say. We started with a back four. I feel like I've got to mention that these days because people could be a little bit unsure as to why our performances haven't improved. It's got nothing to do with the formation. It's to do with the quality. It's to do with the urgency. It's to do with the passion. For me, we're missing some key players going forward, the likes of Diallo and Mbumo. And those are those two names that could really turn a game around from being close to just us being, edging it. But there are some questions to be answered. Why is Ugarte still starting? His passing range his passing range variation isn't to the standard that United would really, really want. How comes Mainu starting all of a sudden when he wasn't able to start just under a couple of weeks ago? You say he's injured, I say that's rubbish. What's happening with the defensive side of United now? Because we've let in arguably two weak goals today for me, one of which was scored by Welbeck. Again, he comes back to haunt us, as he has done in, various other visits. He must have at least, 6 or 7 goals against United. There is a few questions to answer. Please, get in the comments. I mean, I'm just going to throw a couple of stats at you again. 19 shots, 8 of which are on target, 2 big chances. That's our stats. Brighton stats, 13 shots on target. So 13 shots, 4 on target, 4 big chances. Now they scored 2 goals today. And we came close a few times with Bruno trying to, give the wall the eyes and putting the ball underneath the wall when it jumps from a free kick. We had a couple of long shots from outside of the box. One from Shea Lacey, who came on as a late sub. We had Dogu coming on the left-hand side, who was, throwing the ball in the mixer, albeit the quality variation was up and down. So some balls were really decent, some weren't great. But for me, you got to question Šeško again, because there was a few points today where I believe his run should have been a little bit more dynamic across the keeper, or, go like you're going to go across the keeper and then go back, stick. But he just weren't ready. And I was giving him all the plaudits against Burnley, but I really, really had to question myself today, saying, you want to kick on when you have a performance like that. You really want to consider yourself, right, I've got a brace. I'm going to go and get another goal today and really put my name in lights. And guess what? He had not a great first half, if I'm honest, but coming out into the second half, United definitely looked better off. And Šeško got a goal late on. With 5 minutes to go, you got to say that United were giving themselves a real uphill battle, even bring it back to a draw. Now, I know the stats would make you believe that, United were pressuring them, but we have been doing that in the last few games where we hold possession, but we don't really have those cute passes, or we don't look effective enough in the final third. Now, after going down in the 12th minute and the 64th minute, United still had possession, and we had it in good positions enough to cause Brighton some, real discomfort. But Matt Sells in goal and, the resolute defending from Brighton, it really had to kind of bode the question. United don't really have the cutting edge they need outside of Bruno Fernandes, who, to be honest, had a great game. He was trying. He was trying the risky passes. He was trying the safe passes. He was trying everything. And to be honest with you, he needs some help. He cannot do it all on his own. Now, I mean, what's next? Welbeck to be manager, caretaker manager. He might as well do because he's got more success at Old Trafford than anybody else. To be quite honest to you, but I feel like United's performance today was capped off by an academy substitution in Shea Lacey, who I had nothing but good things to say about him in last match, who had a very naive moment where he was in a challenge by the throwing line. He believes that he should have won the throw. The lino gave it the other way, and he petulantly picked the ball up as he thought it was going to be a throw-in. And when he saw that the decision was going to go the other way, he threw the ball down on the ground. Now you're wondering, why have I said that? Why is that such a big thing? Well, it is a big thing because he had a yellow not too long before that for a foul. So referee booked him for dissent, 2 yellows, and Shea Lacey goes off in the 89th minute. And yeah, that was United's exit in the FA Cup. Thank you, Darren Fletcher, for standing in. Please go back and resume your reserve team duties. I hope the next manager that they appoint is going to be a little bit more fortuitous and, a little bit more positive in getting the team to perform for him. And I beg that there is some form of identity or idea of a new manager bounce, because the end of the season is going to be a very long season if Man United don't finish top 4 now, because that's all we've got. Unfortunately, today I've got nothing more to say on the matter. I'm very disappointed. I'm quite, deflated, and I'm hoping that the next few weeks ahead will give me something to really jump out my seat about. Like I said at the beginning of the post, it's subscribe, join, and comment. It looks like Instagram, it looks like TikTok, X, and YouTube, and it's all on you. Thank you for joining. I bid you adieu. Peace.